welcome Nerd Nation to this latest edition of the Sports Nerd Show. We are a collection of sports nerds whose mission is to bring you as much sports talk as time allows over the next 60 minutes. Although we will strive to be highly informative and equally as entertaining over the next hour, we must warn you that there may be some cuss words along the way. But we don't give a damn because that is the way most humans in the real world tend to talk, and we, the sports nerds, are no exception. So without further ado, Nerd Nation, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as I present to you the founder and host of this crazy-ass show, Scott, the Sports Nerd Wright.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Sports Nerds. I am your host, Scott, the Sports Nerd Wright, along with my co-host, Mr. Elliot Big E Lamba, former sports writer Ken Koslow, John Dave's not here, Olson, and he's actually in the Caribbean, Mr. Wayne Lynch. Tonight we will discuss the top sports stories of the week and at times the not so top stories. So buckle up, grab a beverage, and enjoy. We are live each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. If you missed the live broadcast, you can watch the replays on Spotify, Facebook, and on the blockchain via PD. That being said, we are here. There's a lot going on, both in pretty much in all four sports worlds right now. And we're going to start with just reaching out and say, hey, guys, how we doing? Happy Sunday. Good to see you. How you doing? What's up?
Oh, hey, guys.
John's here.
Hi there.
John's here.
I'm prepping some stuff.
Norge of Boom Boom Jefferson.
I'm prepping stuff.
I'm doing great. I hit my weight goal, so I'm happy.
Is that the new Bills mascot there, John, with the lion?
Hold on. Yes. That's
Is
my.
that the new Bills mascot?
Hopefully he's not the
Yes.
gambler that the Kansas City Chiefs mascot was.
Right.
Yes. No. Yes. Right.
That guy got, 30 years in prison or something like that?
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes. Hang on. There you go.
He should have taken Patrick Mahomes with him.
Oh, well. Anyway. So there's a lot going on, guys. We're going to start with John's favorite subject. The Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup 4-2 over the Edmonton Oilers. And I'm sorry, John, but the series wasn't even that close.
Nope.
And no, not even close.
That series actually, in all reality, should have been a sweep.
Yeah, it wasn't too good. I don't know. I don't know what it was, man. I think the Oilers just ran out of gas. Like they were going good.
I think the fact that Jesus doesn't show up for the playoffs or for the finals.
Connor McJesus.
Yeah, see, I have a problem with that, and I'm sure Ken can attest to this. I have a problem calling anyone Jesus.
Yes.
You know. Yeah. So, but
blame it on Ron.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't blame. No, see, this is the thing. Like, I will never pin it on those two guys. They're the two best players in the league. They just they ran into pretty much. I think a buzzsaw is probably the way to say it. Like the Panthers were just insane. So it's kudos to them. They play a game that if those guys were on my team, I would love it. But I hate playing against them.
Well, come on, man.
It's sneaky. It's dirty. But
I'll score 13-4 in the first period in the 6 games.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty
not good.
So, anyways, that's my
2 games. They got shut out until the third period.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. Yeah. I don't know. I just look. I was trying to explain this to my son today. My son's a little young, so he doesn't get it. But I'm like, I went through the decade of darkness with the Oilers. I've gone through awful. Like, I will take it's like the Buffalo Bills. Like, the Bills are always competing. They're always there in the playoffs. They're always there, top of the AFC East. I will take that. Do they win a championship? No. You know, like the Edmonton Oilers have the risk of becoming the Buffalo Bills of the NHL here, because they'll probably be back next year.
That would be my curse.
But will they run into?
Are they going to lose 4 in a row?
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, 3. Well, we're 2 in a row now. So
You're halfway there.
I'll take this, dude. I'll take this 10 times out of 10, man. And there's 30 other fan bases that would trade places with the Oilers.
Oh yeah, winner.
So
winner,
all
lose,
of the
you got to be happy you were there because 30 other teams are at home.
Dude, I love it. I love it. Especially the fact that I get to see Connor and Leon play for this team. It's a joy. It's really hard to get all. It's like, oh, we lost. It sucks. And man, it would have been so cool. We were up 1-0. Yeah. But dude, I'll take this 10 times.
I'll tell you what, though, a couple of guys on that Florida team. Marchand was one that was a pain in the rear for those guys.
Buzzsaw. Bro, Marchand looked like he was 10 years younger.
Who's the one that scored the 4 goals in the last game?
Sam Bennett. Sam
Reinhart was the
Reinhart.
one that scored the 4 goals. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
By the way, I have a question.
Go ahead, Ken. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, I think we need Ron here for this. And I don't think he'll be coming tonight. But is that the most goals anyone's ever scored in actually deciding playoff game for the Stanley Cup? Because I can't remember anyone scoring 4 goals.
What was the finals?
It was 5-1, but he had 4
5-1. I don't think 5's the. I don't think. I mean that.
no, he means the amount of
I'm
goals
talking about
scored
team, I'm talking about
by Reinhardt
Oh, by Reinhart, 4 goals in 1 game.
in a deciding game.
In the deciding
Yeah,
game.
I think it is. I think Ryan. Yeah, I think that's. I think it is.
I think
I couldn't remember anybody
he
scoring.
was the 4th or 5th one that did it with the hat trick. I
Yeah,
don't know if he's the only one that did it with 4 goals.
yeah.
But I knew they were in trouble. I can't remember which game it was where they only had 3 shots on goal in the first period
Mm.
Yeah.
and didn't have any until like a quarter of the way through the second period.
Because they were playing defense the whole time. That's why they couldn't get the
Game
fuck out of
5,
the
I think.
friggin' zone.
They were
Okay.
playing not to lose.
Dude, their
they were
forecheck
playing
is
not to
insane.
lose the whole damn series.
I have not seen a stronger forecheck in my life. Like the Panthers would just get it in the ozone and just keep it there. And it was just like you couldn't get the puck away from them. They
were relentless.
controlled it. And when you're doing that, you're chasing.
Yeah,
All the changing of the
What's that,
goalies
sir?
didn't do a damn thing because
No.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't
that's
wrong.
Oilers.
The
I was
defense
going to ask this question, John. Do the Oilers go out looking for a new goalie, or do they keep with the 2 they have on?
Well, yeah, but who do they get, bro? It's not like these guys are like a
Right.
dime a dozen here, man. Like getting a
plus they're
all-star
not
goalie
terrible,
is
but
pretty
it was
hard,
more the
you
fact
know?
that they couldn't get the ball out of the
No.
defensive zone.
Okay, yeah.
The puck.
I can't
I mean, it's
blame
like
this
Florida
on Skinner.
lived in the offensive zone in most.
Yeah, I don't blame that
No.
loss on the goalies. I think they're serviceable, and especially with the salary cap, you need to have goalies that you can pay $1 million a year, and that's what you're paying. You got to pay $14 million to Leon. Who knows what Connor is going to get? Because this is the big. Is Connor going to sign his extension, or is he going to go look for greener pastures? I think what Connor's going to do. This is me. Obviously, I don't have any inside scoop because I'm a nobody. But I think he won't sign a big 8-year. I think he'll do a 4 or 5 year, and then kind of play it that way because the salary cap will go up.
Right.
And 5 years, he'll still be in his prime. So maybe he does the Sidney Crosby thing and sticks with one team, or maybe he fulfills the childhood dream and goes to Toronto in 5 years. Who knows? I don't
Connor
know.
better be careful.
But I think
Connor better be careful, or else he's going to be considered the playoff Aaron Judge of hockey.
Mm.
like I get the
Great
comparisons,
regular
but
season,
this
but
is
not so much in the playoffs.
right. But no, man, Connor was amazing in
He
the
was.
playoffs. What do you mean?
Well, until he got to the
He
final,
was amazing.
where it counts, where it matters.
He was setting guys
That
up.
makes him.
He had assists. He only had one
That
goal.
doesn't make him. That doesn't make him
Gotta-
Aaron Judge. That makes him LeBron James.
Hey, Brett.
I don't know, dude. I think hockey's a different animal because it's like it is, and football's the same way. I think it's such a team sport, man. And it's like you got to remember that these guys are playing like a big time minute guy is 20 to 25 minutes a game. That's a third of the game. So they're on ice for a third of it. If their plus minus is still in the plus, they're doing their job. If they're getting scored on when it's 5-on-5, then okay, you can start pointing fingers. But I think greatness, yes, it is determined by rings and our names on the cup in hockey. But I don't know, man. I don't think Connor losing takes away from his greatness.
No, I mean, come on. Dan Marino didn't have a spectacular postseason, didn't win a Super Bowl, but he's a Hall of Famer because that's just how good he was.
Yeah. Brett posted that Reinhart was one of 5 total players to score 4 goals in a single NHL Stanley Cup final game.
How about the deciding game?
Yeah, it is. Actually, he doesn't specify which game it was.
No, we're talking about the deciding game.
Yeah, he doesn't specify. Brett didn't go deeper into his research. He didn't specify if it was Game 7.
Get out of the shallow end, dive into the deep.
There you go, Brett. do some deeper research, brother. That's why we love you.
I know. Put some floaties on or something if you need them.
There you go.
Get your ass over to the beach.
But there were 4 other players in the Stanley Cup final that had 4 goals in one game. So it doesn't specify if it's Game 7, Game 3, whatever, So, but hats off.
No, man, they do hats off to the Panthers.
I agree.
Bro. Like you're about to say,
I hate the freaking Panthers. I will always hate the freaking Panthers. But they were the better team in this final, and they proved it.
Absolutely.
I got no complaints because Stars wouldn't have gotten to 6 games because we didn't get 5 games with the Oilers. So.
You see the Leaf fans saying that we took them to 7 games, like that means something. Like Toronto is so
and then you got bounced in the 7th game.
And this is my hometown, so I'm allowed to say that. Oh, we took it to 7 games. We had them up 2-0, but you still lost. You still
I wouldn't
lost.
be bragging about being up 2-0 and still losing.
Yeah, right.
Who gives a shit? You lost. It's that simple.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't get with your feather in the cap. Like, ooh, good for you. Like, who cares? Get a job.
Game 7 NBA Finals tonight, guys. I put Halliburton's injury on there, but after Game 6, it doesn't look like his injury is affecting him in any way at all. Game 7 tonight's in Oklahoma City. Unfortunately, I will be asleep before the game is over because I'm old and I have to get up at 4 a.m. So that's not going to happen. Did Indiana go into Oklahoma City and beat them and win Game 7 tonight, or do you think the home team takes it?
Look,
I think
outside of the first game where Halliburton made the game-winning shot with 0.3 left on the clock, the 2 games in Oklahoma City haven't been close.
Right. I think this will be
OKC has been dominant in all 3 home games. They just blew the first one.
I think this will be a classic game, and I am actually pulling for the Indiana Pacers.
Pulling is one thing. No, pulling is one thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a totally different meaning as to who's going to win this game.
I mean, I'm a big Rick Carlisle fan, so that's why I'm rooting for the
And I
Pacers
can't stand Rick Carlisle.
I think Carlisle's the X factor. Carlisle
his name is Carlisle, not Carlisle.
I don't even know who Oklahoma City's coach is.
Well, I mean, he did it against Miami when he was at Dallas.
He looks like an anorexic Uncle Fester.
Yeah, he's not. He looks a lot different than he did back when he was coaching Dallas. That's for sure.
He does. He does for a fact. I wonder what kind of Nielsen ratings these games are getting in Seattle.
You know what? How much you want to bet the Seattle fans could care less if OKC wins or not?
No, I think they're rooting for Indiana.
No, I don't.
I'll bet they're rooting for Indiana.
Yeah. I mean,
they're
bitter. They're still bitter. And Seattle still preserves an NBA franchise.
They have every right to be bitter.
Yeah, it's kind of like Cleveland and the Ravens and all that stuff. Right?
John, don't do that to me.
I think it's going to come down.
That just gives Elliott carte blanche to go after me again about the Ravens and the Browns, but that's okay. Go ahead.
I think.
Oh, it's fine.
I think it's all going to come down to how Indiana's reserves play on the road.
They've got one of the best benches in the NBA.
Because I understand that.
Yes.
Tendencies are for reserves to play better at home because of the crowd
Yeah.
than on the road.
Right.
And that showed with OKC in game 6, where the reserves played like garbage.
Yep.
But yet at home they play like gangbusters. So it ought to be interesting. I don't have a
What will be a big factor is how fast the Indiana Pacers can take the crowd out of the game. Because the crowd is
or
going to
if
be
they
a
can
factor.
or if they can weather a storm at the beginning
Exactly.
of the
They can't afford to fall behind like they did in game 1 or whatever it was.
game. No,
And
all
one.
three
One.
all 3 games in OKC they were down
Yeah,
big.
they were down 16, came back and won.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen
You
again.
can't, you can't
Then
count
keep
on
it-
that.
Then keep it within 10 down toward the stretch. They got a
And
shot.
don't forget, OKC they lost by eventually 17. They were down by 30 at one point.
Yeah,
Right.
But Denver also destroyed OKC in their run to the
That's right.
playoffs by like 42 points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so that last game, that was an anomaly because they were at home. They had to win. They had to play the best basketball of their lives. And collectively, that's what they did. Can that translate over to OKC?
We shall
Best-
see.
Best home record in the NBA?
So I got a question. We're talking about Connor. Let me flip it. SGA won
Right.
MVP.
Mhm.
Where do you rate this guy, man? Like of the past 20 years,
I mean,
where's
they're
this guy?
comparing him
Because
to
I've heard
Scottie
people
Pippen
say
at this point.
he's the best since Kobe.
It's
They're
SGA.
comparing SGA to Scottie
Yeah.
Pippen.
Really?
As far as the
Okay.
Talent level.
I
off
think he might
guard,
be.
small
I think he's
forward. Yeah.
smoother than Scottie Pippen.
Well, yeah, Scottie Pippen was always like rough around the edges. I mean, he wasn't exactly a gazelle on the court, but whereas SGA can be, the way he
For me
moves
to-
around the court. Yeah,
For me to rank SGA anywhere, honestly,
I think it's too soon.
small of a
It's
sample
absolutely too soon.
Yeah, I think
size.
it's
Too
too
small
soon
of a
at this
sample
point.
size.
Let's check back in about 5 years. and
Because-
let's see.
Because years ago, like it was the 6-year anniversary or 5-year anniversary when the Raptors won. So there was a lot of
Mhm.
Kawhi stuff going around.
Actually, 8
Yeah.
years. It
Around
was
the internet.
2017
And-
when they won.
No, it was 19.
Was it?
It was 19
Yeah, it was
when the
19.
Raptors won. Yeah,
So 6
yeah,
years.
just before COVID. Yeah. So the Kawhi conversation was back then best player since Kobe. That's what it was for Kawhi back then. Obviously, it's gone.
I mean,
way
he's
down.
not playing like
So-
Kobe these days. That's
Oh,
the
he
argument.
could-
No, not at all.
He
No,
doesn't.
not-
He
not
doesn't
at
play
all.
through injuries like Kobe did.
Right.
Right.
I mean, Kobe tore his Achilles and still shot the free throws and made them both. So I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Right, but those guys are a different
Mhm.
breed, man. Like they're a different athlete. Like they didn't fit.
Right.
They didn't get. Oh, I got a stub toe.
They're
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
Just like Michael
Yeah,
Jordan in the
absolutely.
flu game.
right.
How many guys would have sat that
Yeah.
game?
Yeah. There was no load management before the
No.
2010s. There was no
Load
such thing as
management.
load management.
And Kawhi started this stuff with
You mean
Popovich.
the load of shit?
Like, he
man?
started the
Yeah, that
load
was when it
management.
started with Popovich.
Yeah.
With
Popovich and
Ginobili,
Kawhi, yeah.
Duncan, and
Ginobili, yep.
Tony
Carter,
Parker.
Yep.
they would rest them, leave them at home, not even bring them on a road game. You got fans that are paying to see these guys. Big money. And if it's the only visit that they're going to make to your hometown, how are you going to freaking sit them?
Jordan would never sit. He played no matter what.
No. Load management and load of crap management is what it is.
Correct.
Even Dirk played sick a bunch of times.
Well,
Look,
Jordan
load
was
management-
Jordan was famous for playing 82 games a season.
Yeah.
Load management goes right up there with pitch count. in
Right.
baseball.
Yeah.
Pitch count. Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's a bunch of bullshit
Yeah.
because
It is.
you got guys that used to pitch 120, 150 pitches in a game, and they
Mhm.
had a long career.
Oh, dude, I remember that. Like, I can't believe this is like this shows you how much I watch baseball these days. Like, when I see guys getting pulled after 50, 60 pitches, I'm like, hold on a second. Like, wait a minute. When did this happen? When was this a thing? Like, I remember 80, 90, 100
100 is
pitches,
the
and that
threshold.
guy to the seventh.
100 is the threshold, basically. If you start sniffing 100 or you exceed 100, that's pretty much
How
what
many
they
times did Nolan Ryan pitch more than 100
Dude, he
pitches in a
pitched
game?
200 in one game. 200
Nolan
pitches in one
Ryan
game.
threw 235 in one game.
235 pitches in one game.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. That's
It went the distance.
it's weird, man. It's just a different
Yeah.
era, bro. That's all it is.
Well, it's
different
because
era, man.
people they're investing so much money, they don't want to lose these guys to injury. And what's it called? ROI?
Return
Return
on
on
investment.
investment. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yep.
don't want to lose that.
Right. Moving on. Go Indiana, by the way. Anyway, Kenny,
Yes, ma'am.
Rafael Devers to San Francisco.
Oh boy.
And he's already hitting better.
Yeah.
He's already doing better. I think there's
he
plenty
playing
of
first base?
room. Huh?
Is he playing first base?
He said he would, which is more than he said what he would do here. I think there's plenty of blame to go on both sides. I think what the Sox
blame
management
Boston
did was ridiculous. Did we really need Bregman? No.
I
Did
blame
they
Boston
sign
more.
Bregman to keep other teams from signing him? Yes.
Yes. AKA the Yankees.
Having said that, what Devers did in refusing to play first base for the Sox is pretty much akin to what's the word I'm looking for? Crap.
I don't know, but Boston has a habit of pissing off their best players and then letting them go.
And shipping them
Mookie
off to the
Betts,
National League West.
Xander
This
Bogaerts.
ownership in Boston is just garbage.
It is, and
It's
it's
garbage.
their MO. It is their MO. They've sent
You're right, and they're
Mookie
all
the
going
way.
to the West. They're all going to the National League West.
National League West. Yep. It makes you wonder what I posted a picture of these hungry dogs looking on the table.
So
That's what
are
Arizona and
are
Colorado
the Boston
look
Red
like.
Sox the farm system for the National League West?
National League West. You got it. Insubordination. What he was refusing to play first base was akin to insubordination. And I can't, for one thing, I really can't blame him for being pissed off, but still, if you're going to be a team player, play where they want you to play.
Yeah, but
You
did
refuse to play
he
first?
feel like a team player is the question.
Well,
See what
that's
I'm saying?
true.
What did they make him feel? What did they make him feel like up until the point that they finally got rid of him?
Right.
See, that's what it
Yeah.
all comes down to. It doesn't necessarily mean that the player was amiss by not doing what he was supposed to do, but he might have just had enough and said, "Look, I'm gonna push these people to freaking get me out of here."
Yep.
That's pretty much what Mookie said, and that's pretty much what
Bogarts and the rest of them.
Bogarts said. Yep. Xander Bogarts.
He forced their hand and told them,
Yep.
"Get me the hell out of here."
Andrew Benintendi said the same thing.
Mhm.
I wish him all the best, but
Well,
like I
shit,
said,
he already hit a home run against Boston.
plenty of blame to go both ways.
He
I don't
already
know what
hit
he
a
did
home run
today.
against the Red
I know the
Sox.
Giants won 9-5, but I didn't
Right.
see what he did today. So I know he had a home run yesterday.
Are we done with baseball talk? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. We
I think
forgot.
that was
I'm
the
just
only
joking,
baseball thing I had on the rundown tonight. Was
We
the
forgot
Red
Kevin.
Sox.
We forgot Kevin Durant.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
man.
Well, Kevin Durant, we'll get to
Oh,
Kevin
yeah,
Durant
Kevin
in a
Durant.
minute.
Durant's not
I want
baseball.
to address this issue. Shedeur Sanders was cited twice
Oh, yeah.
in the last month
Speeding.
for speeding. The most recent was 101 mile an hour in like a 60 mile an hour zone, I think is what it was.
Mhm.
People seem to forget Myles Garrett was cited for the exact same thing when he was younger. So
Yep.
this is not.
Wow. What's going
Yeah,
on?
it's not as big of a deal as.
It's the only time Cleveland Browns make the news. So
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a big a deal in Cincinnati, but it is in Cleveland.
Yes. No, I mean, I don't. I mean, he's done nothing but what he's been asked to do during training camp or mini camp, I should say, on the field. So we'll see
Mhm.
how this off the
he
field
better
issue.
start thinking. He better start thinking about that Raiders wide receiver that's in prison.
Henry Ruggs, they also came out.
Henry Ruggs.
He was released on a he's not released, but he was let go to do a talk to at a Hope for Prisoners event, and he apologized to the family of the people that he killed.
I'm just saying, Shedeur Sanders should really take a look at that Henry Ruggs situation.
Yeah, because Henry Ruggs, not only was he drunk, he was doing 125 or 130 miles.
Yes,
he was
down the strip.
Down the strip. So
has he been given probation?
No, he was just on a work release
Okay.
That Hope for Prisoners event.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't getting out anytime soon.
I didn't think so.
He still has hopes to get back in the NFL once he's released. I don't know that's going to be too many anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be up for it at that point.
You never know.
I don't think they'll be looking.
He could always play for the Mean Machine.
Oh, speaking of NFL, did you talk about the Ravens getting another Pro Bowler to play with Lamar for their
Jair Alexander signs with the Raiders.
Yeah, his boy,
Jamal.
boy,
Jair. He's the one that told him to go out and get him.
Yep.
Dude, this kills me, man, because like this team gets Pro Bowl guys to join for now. Okay, DeAndre Hopkins is a little bit past his prime, and I get it. But when does the Lamar Jackson excuse train end? Someone explain to me, because he's been catered to. He gets all pro guys all the time to come and sign to the team. He gets weapons around him all the time. When is it Lamar ain't it? When can we have that conversation? Are we allowed to, or are we not? We're not allowed to.
Well, the Ravens still have one of the best defenses.
Because he has a counterpart in the same boat. That's
Josh Allen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're both.
Hold on.
Look at Joe.
They're both secondary to Patrick Mahomes. As far as that goes.
Listen to John.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you throw Josh Allen out there, he loses his mind.
Yeah, well, see, Josh Allen is his kryptonite because, like, the Ravens can't beat the Bills, and
the Bills can't beat the Chiefs.
So
yeah, that's okay.
Ring around the rosy.
That's fine. They got to have the Taylor Swift content.
Oh, good
the
Lord.
NFL has to.
Well, they already shown it in the NHL. They showed her and Travis at the freaking.
Oh, I know, dude.
That was amazing.
Just the most awkward thing ever.
And then the next day, she goes to a children's hospital and gets all kinds of press for visiting the children's hospital. That went crazy. The media went crazy for her.
Need attention much?
Well, you know what? She's a good person. She has a great heart. She's a really good person, and she does a lot. I mean, you guys realize how much money she's donated to the towns or the cities.
Guess what? She ain't donated shit to me, so fuck her.
Oh, whatever. I don't listen to her music, but I got to admire her philanthropy that she does. So that's just me.
I don't listen to music either unless it's one of the tracks in my workout.
Oh, good Lord, Elliot.
She's got on there that I work out too. So.
We don't normally, well, we do, but not often. There was a story out of Los Angeles this week where ICE agents attempted to gain access to Dodger Stadium.
Oh gosh! I was praying.
Let's not do that.
This stupid politics.
All that's going to do is lead into a Trump conversation and this and that. And then now he's bombing Iran.
Hey. Oh no! We got to have that conversation now. Let me just say this: the MAGAs aren't very. They're not towing the company line right now. That America First. They're not right now, are they? No,
they're not.
No. But you see some of the right wing guys that were America First, pro Trump and everything on Twitter going, "Hey, wait a minute. What? Why are we doing this? What's going on?" And they're kind of turning the turn. Just saying.
Well, the voters didn't vote for international war,
right?
Absolutely, they didn't. The Trump guys, the voters, voted for no wars. That was his platform.
Yes.
They're going. Let's test out those analog braking systems now.
Yes.
Dude, what a mess! I'm just like telling you guys,
John. I am. You know what? I am so glad you live in Canada and that you're. You know that you're happy. I'm just saying. Okay.
They're all scumbags. Every single one of them. It doesn't matter. They're all. The war machine will never be stopped.
It won't. You're right.
Much money to make.
Politicians
never
are
be
fucking
stopped.
cancer. That's basically what it is.
Absolutely. Amen to that. I'm drinking water because of that.
Brett brings this up, and I had it on the rundown.
Right on.
TJ Mosley retired after 10 years in the league.
Good.
Wouldn't you have to play for the Jets?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, CJ.
Aaron
Thanks
Rodgers
for
ain't
coming
smart
back.
enough to retire.
What? Not one of your favorite players, there, John?
I pretty much hate anyone that plays for the Jets, dude. Like, kick rocks, man. Kick rocks. Go do whatever you want to do. It's like Stephon Diggs now. Like Stephon Diggs is nothing to me now. Like he doesn't exist
Because
in
he
my-
plays for the
my-
Patriots.
Yeah, because he plays for the
Maybe.
Patriots. Like if you're a Patriot, it's like, oh, we should re-sign Stephon Gilmore. No, let's not. Let's never re-sign Stephon Gilmore. He played for the Patriots and he said all that crap about Buffalo. You can go kick rocks. All these guys can go kick rocks.
All right.
Whew, I'm fired up.
I did have one more baseball thing, John. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm fired up.
Shohei Ohtani showed up on the mound for the first time for the Dodgers this week. He's also, I think, pitching tonight against the Nationals. He only threw for one inning. I think he gave up a run. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but he's pitching again. It's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be it's going to be a show, and with him, playing both
It's gonna be a
offense and
Shohei?
defense, it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be Shohei.
Yeah, Shohei, exactly. Good analogy there, Elliot. Like that.
Think you better watch out for this new rivalry that's going on.
Which
The
is
Dodgers and the Padres are starting
yes,
to getting a little chippy with
Mhm.
each other. So,
yes, I noticed that.
and Angels and the Astros got into it the other day.
There's been a lot of chippiness out there.
There has been quite a bit. I got one last baseball thing, and
Go
it
ahead,
happened
Kenny.
earlier today. College World Series Game 2,
Yes.
best of 3. The umpire, his name is Angel Campos. He's been a major league umpire. He was fired at the end of the season last year.
Well, that should take
What's
us
his last name? Campos?
Yeah, Campos. And he got hired as an NCAA umpire. He runs Coastal Carolina's head coach and first base coach in the bottom of the first inning for arguing balls and strikes and continuing to argue. Now, I don't have a problem with that because you know the rules. You
Right.
cannot argue balls and strikes.
Right.
But apparently the Coastal Carolina coach said was that's 3 pitches you missed. He didn't say anything about balls and strikes. He just said 3 pitches you missed. He got run for that. He runs the first base umpire for trying to intercede. And if I were Coastal Carolina's athletic director, I would have filed a protest immediately. We shall see if they did, because I don't know if they did or not. But that's the first time I've ever seen. First time I've seen a head coach ejected from a championship game since Al McGuire in 1974 at the NCAA
Wow.
tournament championship game
Wow.
against NC State.
50 years
Well,
ago.
And all the
51
time,
years ago, yeah.
in my entire lifetime, I see a lot of times where people, this game is under protest. They're playing this game
Yeah.
under protest. When does the fucking protest ever kick in?
It doesn't.
Doesn't.
I think the only protest I've ever seen that was reversed or whatever, they reversed the whole thing, was the George Brett Pine Tar home run.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
about
only
right.
one that I can remember where a protest actually worked.
Man, he blew his top.
And I've only seen 2 players, I believe, in Super Bowl history to ever be ejected from a game. Never seen a coach. I've seen 2 players ejected from the Super Bowl. I can't remember. Seems like there have been NBA players who've been thrown out of the game in the NBA finals.
Sure.
Don't see too many match misconducts in the Stanley Cup.
Draymond Green comes to mind.
Draymond Green, yeah. You don't see too many match misconducts in the Stanley Cup finals.
Nope.
But man, that's That was pretty
Speaking of
wild.
Golden State, did you see that their new WNBA team sold out the arena, 18,000 fans the other night?
Valkyries. The Valkyrie? Yeah.
The Valkyries.
Yeah.
Man, is Golden State starving for basketball or what?
Well, WNBA is getting a lot of press. WNBA is getting a lot of attention because
Big shout out to that girl on the Fever for sticking up for Caitlin
yes,
Clark
absolutely.
last week.
Heads up.
Big shout
Yep.
out to her. About time,
Yep.
man. Jeez,
I mean,
poor
Caitlin's
girl
been getting
run through the
assaulted by pretty much every team they play because they pretty much my feelings are that they're jealous of her popularity and her celebrity.
I think Angel Reese has
Caitlin-
contracts out on her.
Caitlin is becoming the Larry Bird of WNBA.
Yeah,
I think
She's
Angel
that
Reese
good,
put
but
out
she's
some
also
contracts on.
tad arrogant, and they're taking exception to it.
well, the fact
Well, yeah,
remains
that was-
is
that
that
was
Caitlin's a
definitely
much
a-
better player than Angel Reese because Angel Reese can't fucking shoot for her to save her
No,
life.
she can't.
You didn't see the little doll thing I saw?
No,
what did she?
The
What
girl,
did she?
the girl
what-
that cooked
she,
up for her.
she copyrighted something. What? Was it? Me bounce. She copyrighted me bounce.
I think, yeah.
Me bound. Yes, me
Because
bound.
she gets her own
Me bounce.
Me bounce.
Just
And
like
the
she has her own
that
cereal.
took up for her the other day,
And
the
then
girl
what
that
did
took
they?
up for her the other day, that was definitely Kevin
You see,
McHale. I mean,
you see Kelsey Plum getting all pissed off that someone like waited outside to get her
Kelsey.
autograph, and they're complaining about they want the same pay as like NBA guys, and she was like losing her mind on a fan who wanted like a signature. Like it's like, what are you even doing? Oh my gosh. Anyways, thanks for coming.
Brett
on.
posted Ken to response to your
Yeah. let's see it.
World Series or College World Series thing. Nothing on appeal, but if an
Right.
assistant is ejected, he is automatically also is suspended for one game. Schilling, which I'm assuming is the manager, also gets an additional
Oh,
2
Schilling, the
games.
first place coach.
Okay,
So they
Schilling
won't be
also
there for the
gets an
final
additional 2-game
That's the
suspension
3
under
games
the
of
prolonged
2026.
arguing rule. That means he will miss the first 3 games in 2026.
Yeah.
Nancy.
That may be overturned. I don't know. We shall see.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the WNBA is getting a lot more eyeballs on it because of Caitlin Clark, because of who's the new Kate Becker's coming into the league as well.
Mhm.
She's getting a lot of eyeballs on him.
Yep.
Oh, dude,
I mean,
Angel
the
Reese
count-
too. She's the villain. People love it.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, in the wrong way, but
The
she's getting
villain
eyes
story,
on her
man.
too.
Yes, exactly, and
Yeah.
the NBA is getting a lot more, getting a lot better ratings. And to be honest, it's good basketball if you're into it. And as far as women's basketball is concerned,
like
they're playing really well. So
But are the ratings there though? I
the
mean,
ratings are getting bigger, Ken.
bigger? Good.
Yeah, they're getting bigger.
Good.
I think a lot of it has
Better than the NHL.
a lot of it has to do with that
No kidding.
$2.2 billion television contract that they were.
They just signed it with. It wasn't a major network. It was
What, WNBA?
the WNBA just signed a
WNBA
new
is being
contract
shown
with,
on Ion
um,
television.
I forget which network it was. It's not a major network, but they signed a new.
It's an offshoot of Peacock. It's a Comcast.
Okay, Comcast.
Yeah.
Um,
There's games are being shown
Can I
on
ask you
Ion
guys a
television,
question?
and that belongs to Comcast too.
Yep. Go ahead, John.
I think they'll
It's
get
completely
they'll get
random. I
more
was
games
just
on
thinking that.
NBC once the
Yep.
new NBA contract gets.
Let me get to hear the da 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 da. Go ahead.
Maybe.
Go ahead, John.
Speaking
That
of
was
which,
nice, man.
how about the new owner of the Lakers?
You know what? Let John ask his question.
I know
No. Let's
No,
talk- let's
I
talk
didn't hear a
Lakers.
question.
the
I'm
new
sorry.
owner of the
No, I
Lakers.
don't worry. My question is not going to be
Okay.
pleasant.
All right.
Keep
Yeah,
going.
the new owner of the Lakers, who also happens to be the owner of the LA Dodgers.
Uh-huh.
First
Wow.
move, get rid of LeBron.
What?
Yeah, rest in the
First
goat.
order of business, get rid of LeBron and his
Yeah.
scrub ass son.
Oh, you want to stay in California? Go play in Sacramento, buddy. Go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah, no, this is a question. It's just random. I don't know why this popped in my head, but I'm with 3 Americans here, and why is it that you
Oh, God.
guys wear your shoes in your house? Someone explain this to me. This is a cultural difference between Americans and
Wear
Canadians.
what?
When people come, shoes. You guys wear your shoes in your house. You
I
just
don't.
wear shoes all the time.
I
You
don't.
don't take them off.
because
My shoes
don't.
come off once I walk in the front door.
Yeah. Then I put my
we live in the
sandals on.
United States and not Japan.
Yeah, my shoes come off when I
Shoes
walk in the
off,
front door.
sandals on.
See? Ken
Are you
does.
saying? Are you
Ken
saying
does.
any footwear
I'm wearing-
whatsoever?
I'm wearing flip flops right now.
No. My wife wears
Okay.
her slippers around
Yeah.
all the time. My
I
mom
wear
wears
sandals
her
around.
inside. No. I'm
I wear
talking like
sandals around the house.
people will literally walk on cement, cigarettes, piss, and dog pee
Mhm.
everywhere, and just walk on their carpets.
Well, here's a good
Why?
thing for me. I don't have carpets in the house except for in the bedrooms, and I don't walk
Okay.
into the bedroom with shoes on. But and the reason I wear shoes in the house is because of my workouts. So I
Okay.
can't be taking my shoes off to try to work out because that ain't gonna work either. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I understand.
Let me preface something, John. If I'm, say, for instance, I was in church this morning. I'm wearing my dress shoes. Whenever I get back home, that's the first thing I take off. Is my dress shoes.
Yeah, well,
Because if I wear them too long, they hurt my feet.
I mean, I wear no lace Skechers.
I wear different kinds of shoes. You see, like these 49er
Look at
ones I
this
just got.
Look at this.
You pay
Yeah.
$500 for those, Elliot? You pay $500 for them?
Flash.
Nice.
Ash.
Yeah.
$120.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus
fanatic.
Christ, Elliot.
Right now,
What?
I'm just wearing flip flops. I mean,
What?
Yeah, I mean, I wear Skechers slip-ons outside, but when I walk in the front door to my apartment, I mean, even despite the fact that it's pretty
Skechers
much
too.
it's I want to say sloppy, dirty, whatever.
mhm,
My shoes come off when I walk in the front door. It's cluttered. That's a better
Cluttered.
analogy.
mine too.
My shoes still come off when I walk in the front door.
Yeah, but my shoes go up here. I don't leave them laying around.
Nobody cares, Elliot.
Now, if I had some Berkeys, I'd probably wear them. But
Are you a shoe whore, Elliot?
Huh?
Are you a shoe whore?
Wow.
I've got, let's see, 4, 8.
I used to
12.
be, and now I can't. Look at
I
this guy, he's even
own
got a
one
tag
pair
on
of
the back.
shoes.
I have 14 pairs of shoes.
I have one.
I bought some new. Well, see, Elliot might understand this if I say Harlems or Uptowns. Everyone calls them Air
Harlem,
Force
yeah.
Ones. I call them Harlems. I'll always call them Harlems. I don't. This Air Force One thing is
Air
ridiculous. I just bought a new pair.
Yeah. I was wearing Reeboks for the
Harlem's
longest
up there.
time, but I've now switched from. I had a pair of New Balance, and now I'm switching back to Adidas.
Adidas.
I've returned to
How you
Adidas.
call Adidas? Is it Adidas?
Adidas is the German pronunciation.
That's how you say it in the German
The
language.
German
sir.
language. Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah, I own Skechers, Nike,
Named for
and,
Adidas.
German.
and I own 3 pairs of Hokas as well.
Okay.
Ah.
Clarky chimes in, Ken.
Clark.
Hi,
Matt
Clarky.
Collins doesn't wear shoes in his house. I'm not sure he owns
He doesn't
them.
wear shoes anywhere.
Okay, so timeout, man. See, remember what I was just saying about like guys that start playing for the
Yeah.
Patriots that used to play for the Bills, and I got love for Mac, man. I can't hate on Mac, man. But
Yeah, no.
Clarky, have fun with Stephon
He
Diggs,
wears
buddy.
shoes- he
Enjoy
wears
that.
shoes
Enjoy
anywhere.
that.
He doesn't wear shoes anywhere except on the football field.
Never.
Mm.
No.
Holy shit. Brett just
True.
posted Travis Hunter signed a 4-year,
Yeah, he signed his
$46
deal.
million deal
$41 million.
with a $30.5 million signing bonus. That's a rookie contract.
Rookie record.
And that's why Jacksonville will still be irrelevant.
Exactly.
Yeah, until they got Trevor Lawrence still under center, like it's not going to get any better. So.
Yep.
And they don't have a running game either.
I'm excited.
Travis
Because, again, I don't watch
Travis
college, so I
Etienne
don't-
came back to earth this past season.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to the big news of the day, guys. Suns traded KD
Big
to
news, what's
Houston.
that?
Poor Houston.
Oh god, I can't believe that's even news, man. This guy's like 100 years old, and he's getting like, what do you get? 5 second round
Five
picks?
second
No.
round,
First
this
round
year's
picks?
10th pick. And then Dylan Brooks and
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
And they also got 5 second-round picks
Yeah,
for it.
5 second round picks and this year's 10th pick.
That's ridiculous.
Where the hell did Houston get 5 second-round picks?
I don't know, but you know what? Houston didn't get the worst end of this deal. The Suns did.
Oh yeah,
Why do you think?
Why?
Yeah.
Because Houston didn't give up any picks.
Jalen Green is a baller, first of all.
Because Houston didn't give up any picks that would affect their future. They still got
Right.
picks stacked.
They gave up their
For the
number 10
future.
pick for this season.
You know what? Since when does the number 10 pick overall do any good in the NBA?
You'd be surprised.
You
he
know,
was number 10 last year.
so I still think Houston won out on this deal because they still got plenty of picks and plenty of
I don't think so.
We'll see, but
Don't forget that outside of Golden State, anywhere Kevin Durant goes, so does Lucy.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Good,
You can't
good
win
luck, Rocket.
championships without you can't win championships with Kevin Durant unless he has a super team behind him.
Yeah,
Correct.
Period. Because he's not a team leader. Ain't nobody looking to Kevin Durant for leadership.
No, he's looking
What's
to
up,
have
Tim
the camera on him and him alone.
That's what I'm saying. Jalen Green,
We don't-
youngster, man. That guy's got
we
a
don't have-
future.
we don't have Wayne in the house, but we got Tim Lynch today. So
You know, so I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know, man. Look, if the Rockets couldn't win a title with Scottie Pippen, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Charles Barkley,
right,
they ain't winning one with Kevin Durant.
And they can only win championships when Jordan wasn't playing the 2 years when he was out
Right.
of the league.
Olajuwon ain't coming back from that down that ramp.
No. Elijah one's not walking through the
Neither
front
is Clyde
door.
Drexler.
Yep.
Or Drexler. You're right. You're right.
They couldn't win with those guys. They're not going to win with Kevin
No, they-
Durant.
One
No,
reason
they're
they
not.
won
I
is
mean,
because
they had a
Jordan was
good
out of the
playoff
league.
run, but it's
The
not
2
enough.
years Jordan was gone.
He doesn't play enough defense, and he's a nut with the ball, and it doesn't always work out.
No.
Right. Here's one for you, Ken.
Oh boy.
So the Cowboys gave their cheerleaders a 400% raise.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what, $20?
They've gone from going $50 a game to I believe $250 a game.
But it's
So-
still not a full-time job.
Still not a full-time job. Nope. They have to have.
Why would it
jobs.
be a full-time job?
It's not.
With appearances and everything, it's still
but
not
the thing
enough.
is, they've got a
It's
new TV contract. They've got another show that they're on. I think it's Netflix or somewhere.
Yeah,
And
they
they're
did.
getting
Yeah,
paid
yep,
for that too. So,
yep,
That sucks too.
yep.
uh,
Oh, good Lord,
yeah,
Elliot.
I mean, more power to them.
Hey, I had to get something to match the shoes. You know what I mean?
I've had two friends from high school that were Cowboys cheerleaders, and but that was a long time ago.
Bet you they don't look the way they did when they
No,
were cheerleaders.
they're not bad. Not bad. Well, one of them's dead.
Oh, thanks,
But
Ken.
the other one, yeah, but the other one looks pretty nice for 60 somewhere. She was a couple years ahead of me, so
So she was a cheerleader probably back in the 70s, then, wasn't she?
yeah, late 70s.
Yeah, and with
She was with the Cowboys cheerleaders when they went to Super Bowl 13.
when they were when the Cowboys were in their prime back in the 70s
Right,
with Roger
exactly,
Staubach and
yeah.
all that. Yes.
Yep.
And Tom Landry, hello.
Tom Landry, yeah. Yep, and I think they were making $25 a game back then.
Jesus.
And then went
God.
to 50.
You know what? The cheerleaders have been
Fifty,
exploited the
250.
whole time, all over the years. They don't get paid enough. They got to do shit.
don't.
They got to put up with sexual harassment and abuse and all that
Mhm.
shit.
Hey, what do mascots get paid?
Do
I
what?
don't know what mascots get paid. It's probably not as much as the cheerleaders get paid.
No, But they get
Yeah, 'cause
appearance
you don't know
fees.
who they are, first of all.
Right.
I would pay somebody to take out our mascot. I don't care
Which
for
one?
him.
Which
That
one?
Goofy
Guy with the big cowboy hat on.
that big cowboy.
Oh,
hat.
that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Him.
Okay.
What? I can't even remember.
You
his
know what
name.
though, Ken? There was the black guy in the 70s that
Oh,
became-
yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
he was huge with the Cowboys
Ray.
back in the day.
Crazy
Easy Ray.
Ray.
Crazy Ray. He's passed on now, but
Yeah, he's rest in peace. Yep.
yes, but
But he was back in the day when the Cowboys were a likable franchise,
yes.
Yeah.
not this
He
Not
and
this
the
latest version that is disliked by
he and the guy
more
with the
people than Trump.
Redskins.
The guy with the Redskins used to talk about revving up that diesel. That was the guy you're talking about. Yes.
He and the Redskins mascot are actually good friends.
Were they?
They went at each other during the games, but
Yeah.
they were actually good friends off the field.
I remember him on an NFL Films thing saying, "Rev up that diesel," talking about John Riggins.
Yep.
Talking about John Riggins. Yes.
Yep.
Warm up that diesel. Let's get him going.
I believe it was Crazy Ray that led the singing of "Happy Birthday" to Joe Theismann that night on Monday night.
When he broke his leg?
No. It was they were in contention for a playoff game, and the Cowboys just waffle stomped them on Monday night. And it happened to be Theismann's birthday,
Right.
and he led the singing of the crowd at the end of the game, going "Happy Birthday, Joe Theismann."
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That's awesome.
Hey, did you see the meme I put up about Dak Prescott and Linda Lovelace?
Mm-mm.
Yes, I did, Elliot. Yes, yes.
What's the
Linda
difference
Lovelace doesn't
between-
joke on
Oh,
big
What's the
big
difference
things.
between
Yes,
Dak Prescott and Linda
Yes.
Lovelace?
yes.
Linda Lovelace never choked on
Brett
big-
posted about
Debbie
the
Does
mascots.
Dallas.
Brett posted, say average salary for the mascots are around $60,000 per year.
Shit, that's money.
Oh, they're just hurting.
Highest
Rowdy.
paid was Rowdy, which is Dallas Cowboys, and Pat Patriot. They both reportedly earn about $65,000 per year.
That's good money.
So they're paying their mascots more than the cheerleaders.
Mascots are getting more than I am.
And
More than I am.
more than all of us.
Most I ever made was $35,000.
Jesus.
I tell you what, my cousin graduated from the University of Texas with a degree in petroleum engineering. He stepped into a job at $42,000 a year right out of college.
Yeah.
I never made that much money in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's because you were in the wrong business. Journalism didn't make much.
Tell
man.
me,
So.
ain't no crossing guards making $60,000 a
Oh
year.
no, not at all. And finally, this is a post that Ken made in the chat. I had already had it on the rundown, Ken, believe it or not. Adrian Peterson got into a fist fight during a poker game.
Yeah, AP. Yeah.
He said, I'm
All
getting
day.
paid, nigga.
That video was something else. I mean, it didn't show too much contact, but it looked like AP was in control of that thing the whole time.
Did you see what I posted on Twitter about that?
No, what'd you say?
Said AP, man, you're gonna have to step it up a bit if you want to go to Waffle House. So, man, that's,
Hey, have they caught the murderer yet? The suspected murderer, attempted murder guy?
Who? For what?
Antonio Brown.
He left the
Antonio Brown?
country.
Shooting his
He
gun.
did?
Yep. Last report
Did he?
says he left the country.
Did he go to a non-extradition?
Probably. I don't know where he went to, but apparently he left the country.
Antonio
Oh,
Brown.
AP.
I'll tell you what, guys.
AP,
CTE is a bitch. Let me tell you.
So is a hit to the head by Vontez Burfict.
That's how he got it. That's how he got CTE.
Yep.
True. That's when it all started. Just
Montez
saying.
Perfect hits you, and then you take off all your jerseys and your pads and everything.
Yeah, you run across.
Walk around shirt.
Run across the end zone saying, "Bye, see you later."
Bye.
Yeah.
Talking about
Adios.
Tom Brady's wife and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, guys, it's going to be
What an
slow the next
adventure.
6 weeks because there'll be no football because everybody's on vacation. Training camps don't open until.
He's always saying that. Every year he says the same thing. We're going to be slow for
Yeah, I know. And then we end up talking like the best
and
conversation.
then we have like an hour, no problem.
I'm not saying we're not going to have anything to talk
Because
about.
we
an hour, no
improvise.
problem.
That's why. We don't dwell on the.
Well, that's what we
Then I
go and
can
do.
just
We
start
do it on
ranting
the
about
fly. We usually get a whole hour out of it. So we'll see what happens.
I'm sure we'll have some stuff to talk about.
I got a question for you, Scott.
Yeah.
Is the All-Star game in Cleveland this year? Baseball?
I have no idea where the All-Star game is this year. I could care
It's in
less.
Atlanta. It's in
In
Atlanta.
Atlanta? Okay.
Hot
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
It's still Jacobs Field. I don't care what
JPL.
Progressive says. It's just the Jake. It always will be
Yeah.
the Jake.
Yes.
Progressive Field.
So
If you're having to
don't
have
even know what
a
you're
field
talking
that's made up for Flo and what's his name and Mara, that's pretty sad.
yep.
And Doctor what's his name.
Clarky says, AB, I'm out the country. Ain't no more child support. Tell your mama get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Brett says the Philadelphia Eagles mascot Swoop is available for private appearances and charges $400 for a 1-hour event.
And so Enterprise. Yeah,
Yep.
Yes,
Again,
he
and
does
one more
do,
thing, guys, that
children's
happened.
parties.
Yeah, one more thing that happened yesterday. Former Redskins owner Frederick Smith, who also
Yeah.
founded FedEx,
Yes.
passed away yesterday at the age of 80.
He is the
He was
reason
a
they call it
minority
FedEx.
owner during
Fred Smith
the Dan Snyder years, and
Didn't know.
distanced himself from Snyder when all the controversy started to come out.
But he's the reason they called it FedEx Field, though.
Correct. So rest in peace to Mr. Smith. He's the father of someone famous too. I'm not sure who it is.
Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith, who is
Arthur
the
Smith.
offensive coordinator
Offensive
for
coordinator.
Atlanta. Thank you very much. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So
Who stands to
Crazy.
inherit
Wait a minute.
the
Arthur
stands
Smith.
to inherit his,
Isn't he the offense coordinator for Pittsburgh? Oh no, he got let go by Pittsburgh.
yes, he did got let. Yeah, he let.
it's
let
Atlanta, I
go.
believe.
They ran him out of town in Pittsburgh.
Stands to inherit a fortune, or at least a portion of a fortune.
Yep. But he was the original founder for FedEx.
Yeah.
The original founder.
Yep. He wanted a team in Memphis.
Yeah, Fred Smith.
He
Yeah.
wanted a team in Memphis, and instead they went to Jacksonville and Carolina instead.
Yep. So what else you guys got? We got about 3 or 4
Unbelievable.
minutes. What do you guys got? Anything you want to talk about?
Oh, let's see. No tennis. No. Who won the Travelers today?
That would be
Hey, that's that new golf course I got, the Highlands.
Keegan Bradley won.
Keegan Bradley, that's right. Keegan
Yes.
Bradley.
The captain of the Ryder Cup team.
Yes. Keegan.
Finished with a 15 under score. Rory finished tied for 6th. Tommy Fleetwood tied for 2nd. He was the 3rd round leader.
Yeah. He was 2nd and 3rd round leader, I think.
Scotty had a bad day yesterday.
Scotty's had 2 bad weeks.
I mean, he shot a
Scotty doesn't know.
He shot a 62 the first round, 69 the second, but he shot a 72 yesterday. I mean, he was in the water, he was in the rough, he was just having a rough day yesterday, which took him out of contention. So,
Where did he go next week?
congratulations to the captain of the Ryder Cup team, Mr. Keegan Bradley,
Yep.
for winning the Travelers Championship.
Where do they go next week?
And next week, let's find out. The Open isn't until next month.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, they will be at the Rocket Classic in Detroit.
Oh boy.
Oh my!
The Open
in other
is
news,
July
my-
17th through the 20th. So we're about a month away from that.
I'll have to dig out my picture of me with the Open trophy.
And it's at Royal Portrush in Northern
Portrush,
Ireland. So it's going to be in
yes.
Ireland.
Royal Portrush.
All right, fellas. Good show. I mean, I had a great rundown. I mean, it was big, thank God. We hit all the points and plus some more. So we're going to get the hell out of here till next Sunday. I want to thank my co-hosts, Mr. Elliot Big E Lamba, Ken Koslow, and of course, John Dave is not here. Al Olson.
Can I legitimately call myself Big E anymore?
It's on your title, Elliot.
You're becoming little.
Would you rather I just call you the producer, or would you rather?
Yeah, I know you're not big.
I'm not
E
big.
anymore.
You're
Little.
Right,
E.
exactly. You're not Big E anymore, right? You're Little E. How about
How about-
that? We'll do Little E.
No, I ain't little either. So
You
mid-size
don't do medium E.
medium E.
Medium E.
You're mini E.
Mini
Mini
E.
E.
There you go. Mini E. There you go. Oh God. too
How about
funny.
Slim
All right,
E?
guys.
How about Slim E?
Slim E. Well, you change your
Slim
name on
Shady.
Restream and I'll use it, so it's all good.
You can be the new Slim
The
Shady.
outro still says Big E, so you got to worry about
good.
getting Aaron so you can
I'm
change the
still good
outro.
with Big E. It's not about size.
Right. Oh, good Lord.
Mentality, man.
It's about brain strength.
Okay.
Big E.
All right. All right.
Attaboy.
All right.
Attaboy.
Anyway, guys, let's get out of here. Thanks again to all my co-hosts. Thanks for those that showed up tonight. We love you. We appreciate you. And with that,
And a shout out to the Caribbean.
yeah, wherever Wayne may be.
Yes.
Whatever
Yeah,
whatever
everyone
beach
enjoy
chair
your
and
time,
A while.
Wayne.
whatever beach chair and cocktail you're
I'm
sucking
sure
on
you're
right now.
slumming
Wayne.
it.
Like Ken says, I want his frequent flyer mileage points.
We'll just take his life while I'm at it.
I
Shit.
get. All right, Elliot, let's get out of here. Play the outro.
Oh, wait a minute. I got it.
Thank you once
I
again,
feel like-
Nerd Nation, for spending part
You gonna sneeze?
evening with us here for this latest episode.
As he picks his nose on camera. There you go, Elliot.
Uh,
That's a great visual.
Oh, shit. Oh, excuse me.
And
Sorry.
Zoom height.
There you go.
Ah.
Zoom height.
Every time that part comes out, I get a freaking like a
So
hay
until
fever.
the next time we come together, Nerd Nation, on behalf of the Sports Nerd and his co-hosts, Ken Coslow, John Colson, Wayne Lynch, and me, Big E, may your lives be filled with all the best sports action anyone human can handle, as well as all the joy it can possibly bring you. And with all that said, good night, Nerd Nation, as the time has come to say we are out.